What is that Harold up to? Here he is. Harold moved. He has a new home now. Um, as the weather was changing and getting a little warmer, I thought that I would change Harold's habitat. And it also gave Mrs. Conway something to do. So, as you can see, he's here. He's in the sun, but has plenty of places to shade himself as well. It's daytime. They're more active at night, but I'd figured I'd try and capture him while he was getting some sun. I put some blocks and things in his tank where he could crawl around, and he does like to climb. So you'll see here I used my old hamster wheel and put that in there. Now it's locked in place, so Harold won't be spinning around anywhere, but it certainly gives him lots of room to climb. And there's a little burrow log there that's made out of natural fibers. It's a natural coconut fiber, so it keeps the moisture in the tank, and it gives him somewhere to burrow and crawl and play around on. Let me see if I can turn my camera just a little bit. There's Harold. He's in the water. He's getting a little drinky poo. He does have a little hut that used to be a little hut for our hamster, and he's enjoying crawling in there during the daytime. He likes to sleep in there. It's nice and dark. He's not disturbed. He's going over toward his wheel now. And I was reading that hermit crabs need salt water as well as fresh water. So here with the blue gravel, he has his fresh water, so he's able to bathe himself. Mrs. Conway no longer needs to give him a shower each morning like I was doing in the classroom. And I put his old gravel, once it was cleaned, back in the bottom with just a little bit of water so he can get a drink, he can take a shower without harming himself or, threat of possibly drowning. In the water that has the sponge, I've put some salt water. Now, that's not the salt that you and I would put on our food. It is marine salt, and it's made for aquariums and things like Harold. So I have seen him crawl over to the sponge and sit up there on top of it for a while. See if I can scooch this around. I put some plastic wrap on the top of my aquarium here, you'll see. There are gaps in the corner so that Harold can get some, see if I can capture him there, so that Harold can get some air. But I put the cover on so that while the tank is in the sun, Harold can get the moisture that he needs, the evaporation. The water that's in the bowl will vaporize, and it'll create a nice humid environment for him. Let me see if I can spot him here. Let's see if I can get in a little closer. He's pretty active today. And that might be because it is springtime. It is getting warmer out. It's not as drafty in the old habitat that we had him in. He seems very happy. As you can see, that little orange speck in there, that's a piece of carrot. Mrs. Conway has been spoiling Harold with nuts like almonds and walnuts. He had a raisin the other day, and that orange thing is a little carrot. Although his favorite seems to be lettuce. Here he is starting to crawl into his burrow. He's checking out his new environment. And he seems very happy from what I can tell. The only thing we're missing is a couple of shells in there so that as Harold will begin to molt, and that means he's going to shed his exoskeleton, he'll need a new shell. As he's growing, he will move himself into a new shell. I don't have any that I found so far at home. Here he is on the other side of his burrow. I don't have any that I have here at my home, so I put a shout out to my animal-loving friends to see if they could go through their homes and see if they had any shells that would be appropriate for me to put into Harold's cage. And so I'll wait and let you know if I get any responses from that. So far, I haven't. I don't want to go to the store because I'm keeping with the lockdown that we have here. And so hopefully someone will come forward and have some shells that we can offer Harold. And if not, maybe Mrs. Conway can go on the internet and see what she finds there, if we could have some delivered directly to the house. So that's all for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget about Miss Levecki's Google Meet tomorrow at 10 a.m. every Tuesday and Thursday. And remember, if you're not able to log in on the computer with your camera or your microphone or something's not working, you can also phone in and listen to what's happening there. I trust that you're all keeping in touch with each other and that you're following along on Google Classroom, getting your work done and your assignments done. I know Mrs. Levecki has certainly been creative in some of the offerings that she is giving you. I hope you and your families are all well, and I look forward to posting the next video. See you guys soon.